Hi everyone, it's Chimdima and welcome to my YouTube channel. I know it's been ages since I made a video, but we are going to we're going to catch up for lost time. So today we're going to be making a very short tutorial, but it's been very demanded and it's very simple and it's of a really fun pattern. It's like a mini scrunchie but in earring form, and I like to call them ruffle earrings. So these are all the materials that you'll be needing for the tutorial. You would need a pair of earring hooks. You can use whatever type of hooks you like. I'm using some dangly hooks. You will need 2 colors of yarn, but you could also use 1 color of yarn if you don't want the double color look to your ruffle. You could just use 1 color, but in this tutorial we're going to be using 2 colors. I chose this really dark brown and this really light pink just to give it that contrasting effect. And then you'll be using a 2.5 millimeter hook. So whatever type of yarn that you use is good, but I would recommend a yarn that is this thin. 2-ply yarn or at most 3-ply yarn should be good for earrings. Yeah, I'm using a 2-ply yarn. This is Yaya yarn from Nigeria, and I'm using a 2.5 millimeter hook, and then of course scissors as always. So let's get into the tutorial. Okay, starting with the brown yarn, you're going to take your yarn and your hook and you're going to make a chain 3. You could also make it 4 if you know the chain 3 is too small for you, but I'm going to be using a chain 3 so that my center would not have any gaps. So after using a chain 3, after doing a chain 3, you join at the first chain. I hope you can see it because like the color is really dark, but it was for so you slip stitch through the 2 stitches and you have a really small circle, as you can see here. So you begin to work in this circle and make as many single crochets as you can. So I'm going to see how many single crochets can fit into my little circle. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to try my best to put 1 more in here. 10. So for me it was 10 single crochets. Why I didn't use the magic circle method is because of the weight of the yarn. The magic circle method might cause the yarn to break and it would not be effective. So I use the chain 3 method to make a sturdier circle base. So now that you have your base of single crochets, you're going to join on the first single crochet and you're going to slip stitch through the 2 stitches. Now you have a little circle of single crochets. I have 10 single crochets on my hook. You may go as far as 12 or 16 depending on how full or how extravagant you want your ruffles to be. So you're going to chain 2. That's 1, 2, and then in the same space where you chained, you're going to make 4 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is your first increase. So in the next stitch you're also going to make 5 double crochets inside that place. So that means your chain 2 here counted as a double crochet. So you're going to make 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we are making as many ruffles as 5 in each stitch because we have very limited surface material to let the ruffles be shown or let the ruffles be obvious. So we have to put as many ruffles as we can in every stitch so that it can really be the extravagant, if it can really have that extravagant effect that we are looking for. So we're going to continue on all around the circle making 5 double crochets in every stitch, and I'll meet you at the end of my row. Here we are at the end of the row. So I have 10 stitches to begin with, and now I have 50 double crochets around. So I have 10 single crochets and 50 double crochets. I'm taking very good note of this because we are going to have to replicate this exact same thing again if we are going to make earrings. So remember that ruffle earrings, you don't just do it like maybe how you would make a scrunchie, just alternating the ruffles. You need to have the exact number of stitches that you're going to put, because you're going to have to replicate that exact same thing you did in one earring in the other ear, unless it would look out of place. So let's continue. On the second row, you're going to join the slip stitch, and this is going to be our last row with this dark brown yarn. So going to chain 2 and then continue with making 5 double crochets in every single stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another good thing about lightweight yarn is how it is going to be very easy to make a lot of ruffles with this little surface area because of the weight of the yarn and the size of the yarn. Now I have come to the end of my second row, and there are 250 stitches on my row. As you can see, it has already formed a beautiful ruffle, and you can leave it this way, or you can also edge it with any color of your choice. I would like to edge mine with pink. So what I'm going to do is to join one last time with the last double crochet on my hook with a slip stitch. Now I'm going to cut, chain 1 just to strengthen the join, pull, yeah. So I have this beautiful ruffle already, and that's that for the brown yarn. Okay, now that we have our brown base set, we're just going to do the pink topping. This is going to be very easy. This is my beginning stitch, but you can start from any stitch you want, but it's always easier to start from the one that you began from. And you just pull. Okay, let me show you how to join the yarn. Like, you have your yarn here, you can just pull through and then chain 1, right? And then now start to work single crochets around each stitch. So every stitch is going to be 1 single crochet, and you can also, your tail, your pink tail that you've left, and also the brown tail that was there, you can be crocheting over them just to hide the tail. So you hide the tail as you go, so that your work will look neater. So in every single stitch, we're going to be doing a single crochet. This is what it looks like so far, and we have come to the end of the row and to the end of the earring creation. So what we do now is you just join, pull through. I'm going to cut and just weave in these ends. So just right, and that is it. We have our beautiful ruffle earring. So we're going to attach whatever hook that you have, whether it's dangly, whether it's stud, and there you have it, a perfect ruffle earring. So all you have to do is to just repeat what you've done in this earring in another, you know, just have to replicate exactly what you did here in another earring, and then you have a perfect set. And there they are, the most perfect set of earrings you will see today. very easy to create, very little yarn used, and very surprisingly lightweight. Will you be trying this? Let me know in the comments. And also, if you need any other tutorial, as long as you've seen me make it, you've seen it on my TikTok, you've seen it on my Instagram, which all of my Instagram is fresh off the hook by pastries. So if you've seen any of them on these my social media handles, please don't forget to write it in the comments, and don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share. Thank you very much.